Yes, you are welcome to this session of our training. Today we are going to be talking about files and folders. If you have a breakdown of the topics, then you'll be able to see that we are going to talk about the meaning of files and folders, talk about different file formats, we'll talk about how to create files and how to create folders, as well as how to manage files and folders on your computer system. To start with, what is a computer file? I'm going to show you something like this. If you are subscribed to this course and you have enrolled with your email and password, actually I give out this course for free online. You can subscribe and have a lifetime access to the course for free. If you have it, you're going to have this text I'm displaying on the screen now. A file is an object on a computer that stores data, information, settings, or commands that are used in a computer program. In a simple way, a computer file, is um, a resource for recording data on a computer storage devices. Every file will have a file name. The same thing goes with a folder. Even if you did not create a file name, the system by default creates a file name. Files are of different formats, and I put a list of some of the formats here. All files are not of the same kind. There are different types of file formats. The most common ones are a document file, like your Microsoft Word. When you create a document in Microsoft Word, it is a document file. That is majorly for word processing. We have the PDF file. We have XLS or XLSX file. That is spreadsheet or what you call Excel. We have JPEG file for pictures. We have GIF. We have SGV, SVG. We have TIFF. We have Apple Keynote file. We have PSD file for Photoshop. We have PNG file, which is also a picture. We have text file, TXT. We have HTML file. Then we have MP3 file. MP3 file are audio files. When you record, like not to listen to music, it's in MP3. We have MP4 for video. So we have a host of different types of files. Now, how do we create these files? And how do we create folders? That is the next thing we are going to be looking at. Creating files, creating folder. By the way, on the screen, this is how a folder will look like on your system laptop. And then file will take different shape and color depending on the file format. Let's take a look at my system background to look at some files and folders. Now here is a folder. A folder will usually contain two or more files. A folder can also contain another folder. You can have a folder within a folder. And then this is a file. This is Microsoft Word file. This is also a file, but this is PDF file, portable digital format file. This is a file too, but this file is a picture, so it is going to be in JPEG. Sorry, I'm opening that. Let me quickly check the property so that I'll show you something. Okay, it's a PNG file. So we have different types of files, and then we have folders. Now, to start with, let's see how to create a folder. Creating folder is very simple. Number one, you have to decide on the location for your folder. So I'm going to start by creating a folder on the desktop, and then I'll see how we can create folder in other locations. To create a folder on the desktop, already you know what a desktop is by now. Right click on your mouse, then go to new. From the options that appear, navigate to folder. Click on it and the folder will appear. By default, the folder name will be new folder. You can type whatever you want. Like I'm using RT now for the name of the folder, and then the folder is created. You can move it. I've shown you how to arrange objects on your screen. You can move it to wherever you want. That is one way to create folder. You can create folder on the desktop. Now you can also create folder in other locations on your system. For instance, you can create a folder in File Explorer. You can create folder in documents. You can create folder virtually everywhere on your system. Let's get started. Let's start with the File Explorer. Here you have a File Explorer. By the time you click on it, something is open here. Now let's say this is folder. I want to create, sorry, this is a document. I want to create a folder in documents. How do I do that? I just need to right click on an empty space. Let me maximize this. Alright. Now I just need to click on an empty space. Go through the same process. You have new, then go to folder, click, and the folder appears right at the base of the list. Now you can change the name here. Okay, let me use we. I'm choosing short name so that I won't need to waste my time. Alright, if I open up this folder, you discover that there is nothing inside this folder. The folder is empty. That's why I said this folder is empty. This is the part of the folder. This folder is in this PC, that is this personal computer. And within the personal computer, it's in a location called documents. And in this document, you have this name, we. Alright, so I am currently in the we folder. I can also create a folder in this we folder. How do I do that? Once the we folder is opened, I can right click, click on new, go to new rather, and then click on another folder, test, and that folder is created. Now this folder now is inside the we folder. So each time I open the we folder, I'll find this test folder. If I click this test folder, you see that the path has increased. Now this test folder is in we folder. The we folder is in document. Document is on this system. That is the file path. At the top, you see the name of the folder, the test. If I close it, if I navigate backward, now it has changed to we. That means I'm currently on the we folder. If I navigate backward, of course, I'll go to document. I'm currently in document. Now in the document, you have several other folders. You can create any folder of your choice. And then within your folder, you can create file. Now, before we talk about creating file in a folder, let's exit this. On the desktop, I can create a file on my desktop. Creating file can be done in different ways depending on the type of application you want to use. For example, if you want to create a text file, a document file rather, you can make use of Microsoft Word. When you create a Microsoft Word file, automatically the computer creates the file for you, and then all you need to do is to give it a file name. How do I create a Microsoft Word document file on this system? Go to right click, go to new, then from the new you have a list of options here, different types of files and folders that files you can create. Now I want to create a Microsoft Word document, so I click on it. Now it will take me to this, create the file for me, and ask me to give it a name. Let me use this as the name, list. Okay. Now I can move this list this way. So I've been able to create a file called list. All right. What if I want to create what is it called? A CorelDRAW file. If I click on this, it might not take me to CorelDRAW direct. I have to launch the CorelDRAW app, and then from there I'll be able to create. I won't launch it for now. Then I'll be able to create a CorelDRAW file. So whichever file you want to create, you can go through this process, or you launch the app directly. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to create file in a folder. Already I've shown you how to create folder in a folder. We'll see how to create file in a folder. Stay tuned.